back to yet another, not a vlog. This will be the start of my video podcast, so I really hope you guys enjoy it. I'm really looking forward to this new challenges. It is going to be a little bit controversial. There are going to be a lot of debate, and it's probably going to be it will probably go along with some heated conversations, but it's going to be really a lot of fun. The goal for this is to be a little bit different as just a podcast where you can't put a face to the voice. And what I want to encourage the viewers to do is to leave as much comments in the section down below, so that you as the audience can decide with who I should be having a Skype call or a Zoom meeting, in which we will discuss certain topics, whether we debate them or we just discuss them. I would prefer to discuss them, so that would be much easier on my side. And I'll also be unprepared for these topics, so I'll simply just answer all the questions, and hopefully we can have some meaningful discussions, everything cycling related. We can do live streams as well, whereafter I'll then upload that video onto the channel. But I really want the audience to leave a lot of comments in the comment section down below and decide which topics will be discussed and with whom. And whoever has time, I'll really love to get you on a Skype call, a Zoom call, or WhatsApp call. I'll record that, and I want to keep it as short as possible because I'll still need to train, look after my family, and do a lot of other stuff. And it's going to be really interesting. So for today, we are going to quickly talk about ChrisFroome and what's happening at Dauphine, and if he will be ready for Tour de France. So this is really quite complicated, but really an interesting thing to observe, because I've never actually seen anything quite like it in my career yet, and I'll explain. So let's first quickly look at this video.
Yeah, good. I'm obviously looking to biggest goal for me this week is to see some of the figures, some of the numbers in training coming through to the race. So looking forward to racing. I think we've got fantastic weather, good strong peloton here in the Dauphiné. So it's a great opportunity for us to test ourselves. Personally, I'd love to see a progression in terms of the climbing. I'd like to get further into the climbs than I have done previously this season. That would be a big win for me.
Marco Brenner, who just rolled the dice a few moments ago, and I'm afraid is now stuck at this moment. And here's ChrisFroome, a man who has won this race. Let's not forget, on 3 occasions when he's gone on to double up with the Tour de France, 13, 15 and 2016 as well. But it's a long road back for ChrisFroome, who acknowledged before this race as well that many other riders who'd suffered an injury such as he did here, they wouldn't have been able to get back on the bike. So
okay, so as you can see, Chris doesn't sound overly confident, but not negative at all. But I mean, he's been a great champion, he's achieved so much in his life, and if he calls it quits, I mean, let it be. He'll remain a great champion for the rest of his life. But what I do find quite interesting is, I looked at him race last year. I think it was Route d'Occitane, Tour de l'Ain and Tour de Dauphine last year, pretty early on last year, and he was actually going pretty well in Occitane or Occitane, I don't know what they call it exactly, and Tour de l'Ain, helping Pavel Sivakov and Bernal in these 2 races. He was pulling full gas in the front. There's only like less than 30 riders left, and he was going really quick with really good van. And I would have expected him to progress exponentially from then to where he is now, and I kind of feel where he is now is behind where he was then. Obviously last year he did not make Tour selection, which was expected, and then he went on doing Volta and he played a domestic role. But what is quite interesting is that personally, I heard people say that he's on race weight, and some people say, oh, no, he's got a big, I mean, it's impossible to see with different color kits. remember in a black kit you look really skinny. He's not in black kit anymore, it's more white, so it's very easy to look bigger in lighter colors, or less skinny and lighter colors than you used to look like when you had black colors on. So he does say he's progressing really well, and that he's close to Tour de France weight. How true that is, I don't know, but what I do find bizarre is I would have expected him to improve from last year's Route Occitane, Tour de l'Ain and Dauphine, in comparison to this year's Dauphine, which I personally feel he hasn't, because he went really fast when he was playing going really fast uphill when he was playing the domestic role in Tour Occitanie, Route Occitanie, and Tour de l'Ain. He was going really fast uphill, to be honest. If he had that legs, he would have definitely passed this climb on stage 2 of Tour de Dauphine quite easy, which he did not. And it was not a day with a lot of category 1 or horse categorized climbs, so what's happening there is really interesting. So if you guys can shed some light on that and explain it, or know anything that's going on behind the scene, it will be really interesting to hear. Obviously he's had a really bad injury, but once again I'm referring back to last year's races in the beginning of the year. Those races was after his injury, so I would have expected him to, it's a year later, so I would have expected him to be much better right now. So whatever is going on there, just Chris will know. And yeah, I just find it really interesting. It'll be interesting to observe him all the way to Tour de France and see how it goes. That's the end for today's podcast. The next one, obviously, I'm hoping that it will be with some of my audience, and we'll discuss whatever topic you guys suggest. So yeah, whatever links and things related to the podcast, I'll post in the description down below in the video, and be sure to check it out. Don't forget, I'm sitting in Gruppetta Cafe. It's in Andorra, La Massana. If you ever pass here, be sure to check it out. Come visit us, say hello. It will be hugely appreciated. Give us a follow on Instagram at Gruppetta Cafe, and we'll see you soon.